Hey there, my name is Braden, and sorry I can't be there with y'all. Um, I'm off traveling, and I'm excited for all the opportunity though um, to be a part of this event. And so I wanted to share a bit of my talk, just kind of come together from my educational experience from high school, going into college, and then kind of reflecting back on it and conversations I've had with friends and others. Um, so I'll go ahead and jump into it. I apologize if there is side noises. I am staying at a place and don't have control over that. But I will jump into it. All right. The school system, a place of learning and socializing, but also a series of lectures, homework, and tests. It's our public commons for education and growth of our young people. And it's the place where those same young people will socialize, hang out, and prepare themselves for what comes next. But when was the last time we really thought about the structure of it all? Lectures are a century-old practice from when there would be one textbook for a class, and so it was read and taught out loud. The SAT was a test created during World War II to determine what students should be sent to the front lines. And the cookie-cutter teaching of subjects was created during the Industrial Revolution to help bring young people into the flow of production. These old methods don't help reflect or build the skills that are most valuable in a modern society. Cooperation, compassion, creative problem solving, and self-actualization, just to name a few. Our current system also is doing nothing to change the fact that our students are suffering under all-time highs of stress, anxiety, depression, and workload. This only continues as they enter college and university. At what point do we not just look at, but demand that we change our system and rethink what it means to put students and young people at the center of our school system? Now, I should add into this conversation that education across a student's age should have different focuses. Early years should emphasize reading, writing, and simple arithmetic. For those kids, we probably don't need to change too much. Maybe we could add some more team games, emotional learning, and self-reflection, but as they grow and develop their own interests and sense of self, where we are currently letting students down the most. Our current system is flawed as it cuts through passion, individualization, and balance they might have with a top-down and strict course load. What we need is a personalized and flexible education with core tenets that they build up and reflect on. Core tenets of resilience, self-care, positive relationships, collaborative problem solving, and planning out for a future they desire. So how do we get there from where we are now? I will say that in terms of infrastructure, we are not far off. Our schools now can house many students and are spread out within the community. These schools can be the foundation for changes that need to occur. It's the structure of education that just needs to shift. For personalized education to work, we need to give up some of the control as a school to our kids. We need to let them choose certain subjects and tenets to learn about while we help them reflect and build a portfolio of what they are learning. This conceding of control will lead to a system that isn't as strict, but it will also lead to them having less stress and more buy-in as they control what learning and experience matters to them. So, how might this look? Well, let's follow the journey of our student, James. He wakes up, gets ready, and heads into school. There, students are arriving, socializing, and beginning their day. James meets up with some of his friends, and after a time eating and socializing, he finds a spot to get back into his study. James is doing a project around music composition and needs a spot to get creative. There are a number of classrooms that are dedicated to independent study, and he spends time there until the afternoon. Before noon, there is a guest speaker coming into the school, to present on a number of work-study opportunities. James attends and takes time afterwards to engage and talk to the speaker about some of the opportunities. And James afterwards leaves for lunch and later comes back to school. He attends a few classes of interest he has been attending on world history and self-care before his weekly check-in with his counselor. Here they discuss his current project, workload, and what he might want to study next. Near the end of the day, he attends a class where students present to each other and gets to watch some of his fellow classmates discuss the best cinematic tools used by directors. To him, it's mildly interesting, but he loves how much his friends have put into the breakdown of it all. It is nearing the end of the day, and James' time he gets in the school's recording hub where he can practice the work he has been doing. And his teacher, Miss Perry, can give him some feedback and notes. And James leaves the day to go pick up his brother and head home. At the end of the month, James will present some of his work and decide on if he wants to pursue it further or venture into a topic brand new to him. This is all added to a portfolio that he is building that he can use to share with others on how his year was spent. For James here, he spent his time pursuing music. For another, it could be culinary preparation. It could be dance, it could be mathematics, engineering, robotics, psychology. Their paths are infinite, and so should their personalized focus. Sure, some subjects like budgeting, health, and many others can be built in as staples everyone takes, but what we focus on can and should be personalized. This is how the world works. It is on them to find an interest and path to pursue, and our system should support that as much as it can. It can also give us much more time to listen to the needs and feelings of our students. Teachers can become more like peer learners and counselors rather than emphasizing test scores and work. And this, in my eyes, would allow tighter community ties to form, which would lead to more resilient and healthy students. The best way to keep students safe from themselves and each other is to have a system that helps them feel fully actualized and healthy. The point is that a school system that leads to even one student willing to take their own or another's life is too much. We also need a system that prepares them for the world they will be entering. We need to be willing to let go and create something that puts students at the center. From there, we just watch on what brilliance they create and grow into. So that's a bit of what I've written out so far. I'm excited about the opportunity to share this idea that I've been mulling around for a little while. And hopefully I look forward to talking more with y'all. And I hope your day of presentations goes well. And I'm looking forward to the whole thing. So yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully, and ciao.